Winning Plunder in Warzone is pretty hard. Today I'm going to cover 10 pro tips to winning Plunder. Welcome back to Game Shame. Let's get into the video. Number 10, land in hot zones. When playing the typical battle royale, it's best to land away from the hot drop points on the map. Plunder is the opposite, as landing in these spots will guarantee you the most cash no matter the strategy. They tend to carry bigger bags of cash, more loot boxes, and plenty of enemies to destroy, which can all lead to a payday that will win you the game. Number 9, seek out your opponents. Several strategies exist within the game, but defeating enemies is the best way to make quick money. Players will automatically earn cash every time they kill a player, but they can also pick up the dead player's money as well. This allows players to pad their bank accounts at a faster rate. Number 8, complete contracts. Contracts are a great way to earn some extra cash in this game mode, and the bounties always pay nicely. They generally choose a player that is close by, but it can be risky as it warns them of your fast approach. The player's general location will be marked on the map, and completing the challenge will give you cash and the bonus of picking up all the opponent's cash. Number 7, stick with your squad. The best plan of attack is to stick with your squad and take out opponents together. It does become more difficult after a player dies and has to wait for the redeployment, but working in tandem will give you the best odds of success. It can be tempting to run off on your own to search a few buildings, but this will leave your team vulnerable to attack.
This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
Number 6, utilize cash deposit balloons. Cash deposit balloons can be bought at any store for $30,000, and it allows your team to deposit a small number of your funds. It's a great way to quickly save some of your money before heading off into another fight. The only downfall is that they can be destroyed before they take off, but choosing a secluded location can help ensure that this doesn't happen. It's also important to understand that dying with one of these in hand will cause it to drop, and the enemy can pick it up for themselves. Number 5, retrieve a dead teammate's cash. When a teammate dies, a player on the same team can pick up their cash before an enemy has time to take it. This can be risky if they die out in the open or if the opponent is close by, but it's better than losing a large sum of money. It is something many forget in the heat of battle as they try to gather their bearings and the cash of their enemies. It can also be useful to go back for a teammate's things if they were carrying extra armor plates or ammo. Number 4, deposit helipads are nice, but often too risky. A deposit helipad allows a team to deposit as much cash as they want, but they only appear after a team reaches $300,000. It could seem like a great idea, but they are marked by a piggy bank icon, and many teams choose to ambush these locations. If the reward is worth the risk, then it's best to have the two teammates watch while one deposits their cash to avoid any premature deaths. It can be nerve-wracking and doesn't always end well, but it could be the difference between a win and a loss. Number 3, choose a loadout you can move with. Players are permitted to use a custom loadout on this map, and a more technical loadout should be used. This means that snipers should be put away, and guns like assault rifles, submachine guns, and even shotguns could be used. Players will find themselves in more close quarters combat than long distance shootouts, as it is easier to collect cash in this fashion. The loadout you choose will also determine how fast you can run, so a light machine gun might also be a poor choice. Number 2, the bonus round could turn a win into a loss. When a team reaches the $1 million goal, then everyone enters into a bonus round where they rush to collect cash. The few minutes during this time could be the difference between a win and a loss if an opponent happens to collect more than you do. It can be rare, but it's also important to remember not to stop playing till the very end. Teams have blown a win for much less, which is why it's best to never forget this tip. Number 1, banks and cash drops are full of cash. Planes will periodically drop cash throughout the game, and several banks across the map are filled with cash. It serves as a great way to collect cash, but it's also a huge risk for teams to take. The banks are loaded with cash, although their alarm systems are still active, which can warn enemies of your location. Some choose to play it safe, but the more risk you take, the bigger your reward, which is always very risky in Warzone because you only get one life after the gulag. If you waste that, well, I guess you're out of lives permanently till the end of the game. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.